We just finished testing the Malibu 24 MXZ. It's powered by the monstrous Inmar 555 Cadillac engine, 555 horsepower. That's going to be just enough to get the job done. We got on plane in 3 seconds to 30 miles an hour in 8 seconds with a top speed of 49.1 miles an hour, which is really ripping for a ski boat. Now, the really cool innovation on this boat is surf gate, and what makes it different is most wake plates go up and down like this, and it kind of makes the boat heel over to carve up a wake. In addition, you have your ballast tanks, you have to empty and load if you want to switch sides. But what's really neat about this is Surfgate has vertical planing surfaces, and so you can switch from one to the other without making the boat heel over. And the cool thing is you can shift on the fly if you want to switch wakes. You don't have to dump the ballast tank, then fill them back up. Now let's show how it works. It only kicks in when you get 7 miles an hour. I have my cruise control set on 10.8. I'm going to ease up. Okay, now the surf gate is engaged, and it's going to start carving up a beautiful wake on the left side here. Now look on the right side, and you'll see it's all washed out. That's what you want, but we're not heeled over. Check it out. Let's switch over to the other side now. Okay, we just switched over. Watch the transition. Now the starboard side is a beautiful carven wake. Let's go check it out. Well, Gary, a few minutes ago we tried out one of the coolest innovations I've seen in a long time. It was called Surfgate. Explain a little more about what it is.
Well, the cool thing about Surfgate is basically it makes it more versatile. It's very, very user-friendly, and you can actually do it at the fly. If you're a right-foot surfer, you're going to actually be on the right side of the boat while that paddle actually goes out. What that does, it redirects the water flow around the boat, and actually when it comes around and meets this wake coming in, it makes this wake curl over, and that's what creates the shape. In addition to what's called plug and play, which is new for Malibu this year, by adding weight to the boat, you're able to increase the size of the wake. In the early days of obviously surfing, everybody's doing it now, but you would have to create a lot of weight on one specific side, so you lean the boat.
Yeah, I've done a lot of that.
This makes it super simple. It's just, again, it's just an arrow on the dash. You have surf right, surf left, which within 4 seconds you're able to transition right or left with that switch on the dash.
You're talking about these paddles right here.
Exactly,
right?
Yeah, these paddles right here. And they have actual actuators just like our power wedge.
Right.
So they work very similar to that.
Well, it was cool. Yeah, like you say, it doesn't, the ability to switch back and forth like right away just blew me away. It's
a very, very simple process, and again, the cool thing is, being able to have a balanced boat, not having to have everybody piled up on top of each other. The time, I mean, people right now, that they want to spend more time doing their water sports and less time trying to get their boat built up for that specific surf wake that they want.
Well, it looks like we got the wake taken care of, but what I like in the cockpit is we've taken care of the social aspect of this boat. Let's check it out.
Absolutely.
Well, Gary, every time I pile 10 or 12 people on a wakeboard boat, it hasn't so much been a ski outing as a party. And you guys are making this a real interactive social thing with this cockpit design.
You're exactly right. And one of the coolest features we have now is called wake seating, wake view seating. And basically you bring the seat up like this. You've got the same thing on this side right here. And then when you're done with it,
so you're really maximizing that rearward seating. I like that.
Absolutely, yes, because obviously the attention is, the focus is at the back of the boat while someone's surfing or wakeboarding. This boat, it's one of the largest boats in the Malibu family, seats 18 people legally. Everybody's bringing their own friends, everybody's bringing additional wakeboards and surfboards and whatnot, so we actually maximize a lot of space with this particular model.
Well, you got plenty of wakeboard storage, and looking up, and this is a pretty impressive tower too. Looks like we have the sounds to match it.
Absolutely. This is called a G3 tower, and we actually, again, manufacture this tower just the same as we do the Axis tower in our factory. We're the only company that actually manufactures our towers in-house. It's one of the strongest towers out there. You get the forward sweeping tower, you get peripheral vision, you're able to collapse it real easy with the knobs. These have hydraulic shocks that counteracts for the actual weight on the tower, so it doesn't just fall down. It's very easy to collapse and raise up and down.
Gary, this is such a clean layout of the dash, but there's a lot going on here, isn't there?
There is. This is called Malibu, the center screen is, and this year it's actually standard in all of our boats. In previous years it was an option. 95 to 98% of our boats that were manufactured actually had this ordered in it, so we made it standard. What's incorporated in this actual screen is your ballast configuration shown in quarter increments, your speed control, your fuel gauge, your boat temp, oil, your rider presets. There's a lot going on there. A really cool thing that we came up with this year is called a mobile device gateway. It's Bluetooth technology where you can actually stream music from your phone to your head unit. If you're in the boat, you can actually change songs, change your playlist. Something even cooler that we just came out with, and that it's an actual app for the Android and Apple phone, where you can actually, it's called Perfect Pull, and you can actually upload that app to your iPhone. You can actually be in your boat, and it'll recognize whether you have a 3 or 4 hard tank system in your boat. It'll show up on your phone. You can fill all your ballast tanks. You can set your speed. You can even adjust your power wedge level, all with that app. And all you do is hit enter. You can be at the dock hanging out with your friends, get your boat set up while you're just hanging out.
Man, that's pretty cool. Well, Gary, last year we tested the 22 MXZ, and I understand that was one of your most popular boats ever, new launches. One thing it seemed to me is the bow section might have been a little disproportionately small compared to the giant cockpit it had for a 22-footer. It looks like you guys have remedied that situation here.
Well, we've maximized our space, and the one thing we've recognized, obviously, pickle fork boats have done very well in the past few years, and Malibu we'd always offered the traditional V-shaped nose. Now by opening up a pickle fork style bow in conjunction with a big cockpit, so everybody's social zone, the guy's social zone in the back, the women and children's social zone in the front, it all works out for all of us. The 22 MXZ, which you just mentioned, was probably, we sold more of that boat out of the gate than any new model ever introduced with Malibu boats. We're excited to see what this boat's going to do for us this year.
It's got to be a home run. For more information on the Malibu 24 Wakesetter MXZ and other great boats, go to boatingworld.com. I'm Alan Jones, and we'll see you out on the water.